Hey guys, Bronco here bringing you another video. Today we're counting down the top 10 favorite supernatural characters. There's so many characters, I have to do an honorable mentions, so here they are. Number 10. Kevin Tran is number 10, the prophet of the Lord that took Chuck's place after Chuck supposedly died. Kevin was a high school student getting ready to take his SATs, and he was sucked into the world of being a prophet, forced to live a different life. He was drafted by Sam and Dean to read both demon and angel tablets. Also, the Leviathans tried to get their hands on him. Crowley tried to get their hands on him. And, Kevin was loyal to Sam and Dean. He fought beside Sam and Dean. And Kevin stuck it to Crowley more than one time. But Kevin sadly died in season 9 when his brains were fried by Gadriel. Number 9. One of the best villains for Supernatural ever. The first villain, really, if you don't count Meg. Azazel. Azazel is the yellow-eyed demon that killed Sam and Dean's mom and Sam's girlfriend, Jess. Azazel has caused so much torment through the Winchester family. He actually gave his blood to Sam as a child, causing Sam to get this whole demon blood thing going through earlier seasons of the show. Azazel was very smart and very cunning, and he lasted a long time. It was 2 seasons before he was finally offed. Azazel has even come back since being killed by Dean as a figment of Dean's imagination, and as much as Azazel is a bad guy, I can't help but love him. Number 8. Pretty low, I know, people are going to yell at me. Only 8? Yeah, John Winchester. John Winchester, after his wife died, decided to become a hunter to kill the thing that killed his wife. Of course, he knew about hunting already because his wife was a hunter, and it was revealed to him through his wife and 2 random strangers, one of those strangers who also influenced him to buy a car. Those strangers ended up being his sons, Sam and Dean. Time travel's weird like that. But John, despite dragging his sons into this bad, horrible, vicious world, did actually care for them and help them kill Azazel. And they say they don't necessarily like what their father did, but they know why he did it. Number 7. Who knew the devil could be so likable? Lucifer is number 7. Season 5 is one of my favorite seasons, and Lucifer was one of my favorite characters. He was portrayed by an absolutely amazing actor. Lucifer gets released from the cage, released from hell, and he finds a vessel of Nick, which gets completely burnt and corroded because it's not his true vessel. He goes on this tear to start the apocalypse, and is eventually stopped by Sam and Dean. But that's not the last we see of him, because they didn't kill him, they shoved him in the cage. And when Sam was in the cage and got his soul back, it was kind of tainted, so Lucifer came back as a figment of Sam's imagination just to bug him, which was pretty fun. Number 6. Chuck Shurley, the author of the supernatural books with a very small cult following. He turned out he was a prophet of the Lord, able to see things before they happen. He teams up with Sam and Dean to stop Lilith, to help put the devil in the cage, even though he didn't really help with it. Chuck actually makes a joke when he learns about Sam and Dean that he must be a god. And then later in season 5, he just kind of poofs out of nowhere, leading us to assume he is God. And then, just because the supernatural writers have to be like it, they bring him back 5 seasons later, and he doesn't even interact with Sam and Dean. Thank you, Supernatural. But I do have a feeling that Chuck will be back in season 11, and Sam and Dean's going to find out he is God. Number 5. That's right, the King of Hell, everybody's favorite demon, Crowley. Crowley has been an ally, an enemy, and dare I say even a friend to the Winchesters. He's been on opposite sides, he's been on opposing sides, he's been on the same side. He starts off just wanting the devil dead, so he helps Sam and Dean out. Then he takes Bobby's soul. Bobby fights to get back in the best Supernatural episode ever. He becomes the main baddie. Then he tries to help him out. He buddies up with Demon Dean. A lot of stuff happens, but we do know Crowley's hilarious. He has a charm. He is by far the funniest and best demon. And if you watch season 11 so far, he is absolutely amazing. And I think the old Crowley is back, and it's awesome. Number 4. Castiel, the angel of the Lord, who was introduced in season 4 when he drugged Dean out of hell. Cass, at first, was an iffy character. He wasn't even supposed to be around that long. He kind of opposed the Winchesters. But he has been loyal to the Winchesters for a long time, even turning against heaven in order to protect them. And, put Lucifer in the cage and everything. But he wasn't always on their sides, because there was that little while where he became God, became very messed up, and they tried to kill him, and he ended up being torn to shreds by Leviathans to end up surviving and still to this day be helping out Sam and Dean. He's one of the fan favorite character, and he's probably the only angel that isn't corrupt. Number 3. So you guys were probably expecting Sam and Dean to be at number 1 and number 2. Well, I got news for you. That's not how it is. Number 3 is Sam Winchester. Sam starts out, when we first meet him, a college student doing very good. Nice college girl, everything. He's living the life when he's dragged back into the world of hunting by his brother because his dad's gone. Eventually, he wants to stay hunting after the death of his girlfriend, and he's become a central figure. He was always a central figure of the show. He's had to put up with things like demon blood and a lot of stupid stuff. He's also played multiple characters. He's been Gadriel, he's been Lucifer, he's even been the Impala, so that shows some diversity right there. But Sam is number 3. Number 2. Dean Winchester. Everybody's yelling at me right now. How is Dean not number 1? What is wrong with you? Well, Dean is number 2 for me. Dean mixes, I don't know how to really say it, but Dean mixes a cool toughness with just, I don't know how to word it, but Dean is a really cool character. And, he's done some of the silliest stuff, like sing to Eye of the Tiger after one of the best episodes. Of course, Dean has had to go through a lot too, and the Mark of Cain turned him into a murderous monster, which also ended up turning him into a demon. But he's all right now. He's all cool. He's still a hunter that we love to this day, and he's probably the central figure of the show, even more so than Sam. Number 1. That's right. My favorite supernatural character is the surrogate father of Sam and Dean, Bobby Singer. Bobby is my favorite character because I think I can relate mostly to him. Not from the father aspect or anything, but just the personality aspect. He's funny, he's hilarious. Idiots and balls are the best catchphrases on the show. Not to mention, him and Crowley, whenever they're on screen together, is amazing. Sadly, Bobby has had to go through a lot, killing the love of his life twice. Once because she was a demon, once because she was a zombie. He died, was resurrected, died, resurrected, died, came back as a ghost, killed, sent to hell, and is finally at rest in heaven, and he is by far my favorite character. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Tell me in the comments below who your favorite supernatural character is, and tell me what I did wrong. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.